May 4th in the mini backyard orchard. uh, Most of the apple grafts here looking pretty good. I may have lost a few because I did not water them. I put them in a more shaded spot. I'll show them in a second. Over here we've got some pears closest to us, pawpaws. Only a couple grafts took, but most of them are leafing out from below the graft, so we'll just do it again next year with better tape. Um, some of the, it's hard to see, but most of the tape cracked because it was in the sun. And the grafts that I did that were more in the shade, where the tape couldn't crack, that's the most success with the pawpaws. And I got a different one, budding tape or something like that. It's a little bit thicker and it's not supposed to biodegrade yet, but you have to cut it off yourself, so there's a trade-off. But there's one of the Pennsylvania Goldens that took, and there's a few pears and a couple apples in there. Bunch of blackberries need to take out of there. I do not water these and they are taking off, like 4 foot of growth probably. Pine trees with tomatoes seeds from last year, because there's a tomato in there and I didn't pull them out, so now they're sprouting, which is good and bad, but I don't want them in there, so it's bad mainly. Norway spruce, looking pretty good, very soft actually. What else? Something in the flowering dogwoods in there. Looks like one. Oh, he made it, just a little slow. One leaf. The Bermuda sucks. Hate that. Hate Bermuda. Raspberry, need to get that out of there, but it's putting on fruit, so we'll wait. Honeyberries, looking alright. Strawberries, way too close together, but it'll be okay. Pawpaws, mulberry, blueberries, everything's looking really good. Pawpaws look good. I think there's a maple and an oak in there. All looking really good. Wisteria looking good. Pawpaw grass, most of these failed because these sat out in the sun way too long. And so a mixture of the scion drying out and the tape biodegrading let a lot of moisture out. So a lot of these failed. I'm not even sure if one took, but we'll know that for next year. And here's some more. Most of these took. These were in the shade. So that's what happens when you put them in the shade with this tape that biodegrades within 2 months. And the pawpaws, all looking really good. And here's the one that I dug up. What an ordeal. 6 or 8 hours of shoveling with a nursery spade to break big humongous roots, 4-inch diameter roots, but we got it out. And it leafed out and looked good for a long time, but then one branch up, the tip-top branch there, shriveled up and died. So, and you might be able to see where it kind of looks like it's dead right under this line, and the line goes that way as well. I think I'm going to cut it low down here and put some grafts in there and try and get it to close up and use it as a gigantic rootstock pretty much. But I put one graft on there just to see, and there's a little bit of green, so it may have taken. We will find out. But pawpaws looking real good. And here's the wood we're going to be slabbing up. I'm going to burn this stuff, but these other ones I'm going to try and burn and make tabletops, or slab and make tabletops and stuff. So here's all the Dave Wilson trees, and these are doing great. I had them healed in the next to the leaves over there, and they put off a ton of blooms and everything, and I waited way too long to put them in these pots, but I had no choice. So they got pretty stunted, and I probably could have had a couple pieces of fruit this year, but it'll be alright. We can wait. Figs. Lots of raspberries here. Looks like one or two might not wake up. Not sure. There's a lot of Stark's apples and peaches right here. Some mulberry in there. Another mulberry. These guys started budding out and got frozen. Because we had, 80-degree days in February. So one come back from the roots, it looks like. And this one may die. Kind of sucks because that was a Pakistan, but we'll see. And this papaya, the top got knocked off in a hailstorm, and now it's sprouting from all the sides. I should probably cut some of those off so it can focus on one or two shoots, but we'll see if that happens. Persimmons. What else? Persimmons and jujubes around here as well. These are Lavelle peach seedlings. We'll be trying some peach grafts next year. They're starting it off in these root pouches. Supposed to, what do they call it? Air prune. So right now it's half full. I'm going to fill it up the whole way as the first transplant, and then maybe a 2 or 3 gallon pot next year, or maybe by the end of the year. We'll see. I already took one out and it was pretty well rooted, but I think I'm going to leave these in here a couple more weeks. And then I also have to divide this one because I got lazy. Sequoia, looking really good. Apples, looking way better than last year. Everything looks stunted last year. I mean, these things are putting on. It's been 2 months maybe. And that's probably a foot or two of growth. Foot and a half maybe, probably not 2. Figs look great. They love the root pouches. Peaches look awesome. And these have peaches on them. And some of these, 2 months, and this is way down here where it's coming off of. That's 2.5, 3 foot of growth. That's humongous. And some of these are definitely 3 mixed in here. And it's only been 2 months. They like the root pouches a lot. Spending a lot of time on these peaches, but these things, 15-gallon pot. These are massive. So I think the root pruning works, and so starting them off young should be even larger. Red oaks in the smart pots, looking real good. Witch hazel, looking real good. Pawpaw I dug up right there. The top died, but I dug it out, and there was little shoots coming off of the root, so I think it's still alive. And then there's a willow, I think. And this is a pussy willow. It's supposed to have a ton of blooms in spring, attract a lot of bees. So Desert King, lots of maybe not lots, but big huge figs, getting pretty close. Lots of blueberries on this one this year. This is a 4 or 5 year old bush, and it got frozen 2 winters in a row. And this time last year it was probably a quarter of that size. I'm starting to get figs on the other ones. This is a unknown local. It's got a lot of red tint in the leaves and the stems. and it's really interesting. No other fig I have does this, and it's super heavy crop. There's an unprotected tree, North Carolina, zone 7, unprotected 30-year-old tree is where that came from. Pomegranate, I need to cut a bunch off the top because it's top heavy and it's flipping itself over. And it looks like I may get a single flower. We'll see if anything happens. That's the second year I've had that. It was probably half the size of this pomegranate when I got it, if not smaller. Yeah, I think I got it as a 4-inch tissue culture plant. Goji berry, looking unhappy. I don't know what. It's still producing a ton of flowers and fruit and stuff, but it's got this yellow. I don't know if the camera will get it, but blueberries looking beautiful. Man, this is going on a long time. Spending way too much time talking. Lots of wood to burn. Charcoal, biochar. Biochar is good. Hardy banana I need to up pot or give to somebody since they can't give you fruit. More figs. This was a cutting last year, and it's probably 3 foot tall, 3.5 foot tall now. Mame sapote seedlings and what do they call that? Turmeric. There's a bunch of turmeric in there. Maple, pears. Oh, looks like it's gonna flower. Interesting. I didn't know they flowered this late. Knockout rose. Some nice roses on there. Smell good. Hydrangeas. Royal Empress tree. Putting on a lot of growth really fast, just like they said. I need to put it in the ground, and it'd probably go even faster. Crepe myrtle. Grapes over there. Blueberries, and blueberries in that pot as well. These are black walnuts, I think. That's what it looked like when I pulled it out of the ground. So I figured I'd put them in a pot, see what they do. Passion fruit, need to get that in the ground this year. First year, grape bare root. Just putting on fruit. And I think there's another one over here. I'm not gonna spend too much time. There's one around here. There's a second one around there. Okay, we'll walk over here, look at all the charcoal I've made. This is how big the pit is now. Humongous. There's probably 100 gallons or more charcoal in there. What I pulled off the top that I gotta burn next time. 55-gallon drum is full. 6 30-gallon pots. 3 30-gallon pots. Another 30-gallon pot. Batch of bare root pawpaws I bought. I'm gonna put them in those 1-gallon root pouches and root prune them. And I think the root pouches work, so I like them. And also they're cheap and reusable. And I've got 1 cluster of fruit on my pawpaws this year. Hand pollinated it. Here we are. I'm gonna get pawpaws this year. Pretty excited. 2 pawpaws. Awesome. Every year it's just gonna be more and more. All right, bunch of wood I gotta burn. Pawpaw grafts. These are in a more shaded spot. A lot more of these took. And a lot of these are taking. Take my word for it. That's awesome. And so that's most everything. But here's what was in the basement all winter. So Siam Ruby. I didn't think it put out pups. I thought I read that, but this one is. It's a hardy banana, looking a little rough, putting out pups, but I'm hoping a leaf will come out of down here. See if we can see something in there, maybe. Bananas. Some of these fruit, some don't. Be getting rid of the ones that don't fruit, give them to somebody else. These are all Desert King figs cuttings. More pawpaws I bought last year. These are supposed to be cold hardy varieties, or seed from cold hardy varieties. Yes. Mangoes, pineapple, Celeste fig cutting, some bananas. A few bananas died. Some willows, bananas, another papaya, pineapple. Bunch of Celeste cuttings that didn't take because they were drying out too much. Bunch of comfrey. Gonna be planting that everywhere. Sugar cane, looks like one took at least. Hope there's sugar cane in those two. Hopefully those take. We'll see. Cedar tree, gotta cut that down. Giant sequoias, looking good. Monkey puzzle, looking good. Very sharp, uncomfortable. What's that one? Dawn, redwood, Aptos blue. Gotta stake that thing, it keeps wanting to fall over. Raspberries. It's either Heritage or what's the other one? Charlotte, Carolina, something. One of those two. Caroline. We'll get some. And then I gotta cut these back because these are old canes. And the blueberry bed. A lot more work to do. Bermuda sucks. Gonna be mixing that compost with what is it? Peat moss, perlite, wood chips, and fertilizer. Alright, so this is extremely long. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. I think we'll end it looking at these peaches. See if I can find them. There's a lot on this guy as well, but he keeps dropping them. Not sure why. That's that Bonanza patio peach. Let's see. Exciting stuff. I guess I'll have to start spraying something this year. I don't think there's any peach trees in the vicinity, so I don't know if there's any problems with the whatever affects them. And I just remembered I got some pawpaws I grafted the other day. Get them on video. Um, 5 pounds of Lavelle peach seedling I just bought the other day. Hopefully I can get them germinated before winter, but we'll see. Pretty late. And here's the grass I did the other day with tape that doesn't biodegrade. You actually have to cut it off because it'll stay there for a while. But most of these I was able to do whip and tongue. A couple clefts in there, but I think this is going to be much better. All Kentucky champion and the rootstock, which is gonna be left to grow this year. Alright, and the tiller, which is gonna get a guard made out of a sign, and then we're gonna tear up the earth back there, and charcoal, compost, wood chips, leaves. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna go as deep as I can force myself to go, 12 inches or more, hopefully 20. I mean, that stuff is just field dirt, clay, rock. It's just junk. I was gonna say crap, but it's actually worse than manure. Straight manure would probably be better. Alright, this has gone on long enough. Bye.